Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine, and it's time for the next challenge in my 101 Scrapbooking Ideas and Sketches Book Challenge. We are going to be working with Life at the Lake and working from page 80 this time. And I'm also going to be using a couple of our Fast to Fab inspired pages that came out with this collection. These are a little different than some of the other ones we've had, and so you kind of use them together to create a scene. So let's get to it. Here is page 80 in our book. I'm going to hold it close in case you would like to get a screenshot of what mat sizes I'm going to be using. And I also did pull out my Tent and Trees Border Maker cartridge. I do have a short on my channel here that shows an intro to this border maker if you'd like to check it out. For the base of this layout, I am going to be working with this one, with the tent and woods scene. Just seemed to speak to me a little bit, I guess, for this layout. And I have pulled a couple of our mats. So I have a 4.5 by 6.5 mat I cut in half, and we're going to be using both halves on this layout. It's the one with the green stripes on the back of it. And then I also pulled one of our 4 by 6 mats, and I cut this one in half as well, which I know I don't usually do, but it just spoke to me somehow. We'll add some embellishments. And I do have 3 4.25 by 6.25 mats. We'll be using 2 on the left side of this page. It's the one with the yellow stars and the red and black plaid checks gingham on the back. Red and black on the back. All right, let me get some tape runner going here, and I will show you where everything is going to go. Okay, so we're going to start with this. These are the good old days, I believe. And we're going to go about a 1/2 inch down from the top of the page, running right through along with the page, because this is going to continue on the other side of our page. This one is going exactly against the edge of the page as well, so we can see a little bit of our fire from our Fast to Fab peeping out in the bottom here. It's just, like I said, I like the larger photos, so that's where you compromise a little bit on. You could use a 4 by 6 mat and see more of your fire pit here, but you know what? It just was okay. This one is going at the top here, and then this one's going to come down through here. Okay. So I'm intending for this one to be used as a photo mat on our page. So it is going to be a smaller photo, but that's just with, like I said, you do have some compromise with these Fast to Fab pages because of the way it's almost a picture that flows through both pages. You really do need to be strategic with where you're putting your photos on. So I have this little "Do Not Feed the Bears" sign I found in our embellishment pack. That's going to go in this bottom left corner. I can probably get away with using some regular tape runner on it too, because it's a larger embellishment. It's just going to be kind of sitting here in the corner near the campsite. I just kind of thought this was funny. The bears checking out the campfire too. And then I found a Wild Child sticker that I thought might be kind of cute for the top of our tent here. When I punched our tent and trees, it's green, and so I needed to bring just a little bit more of a darker green to this side of the page. Besides just this little tuft of grass, and these aren't quite the same shade of green. So we're going to put our wild child here on our tent. Just kind of thought it was cute as well. And you can put it up here as well if you want, but I wanted to put it on the tent. So this is the left side of our page done already. The Fastifabs make it so easy to put pages together, even like I said, with this much design on them. Our tent and tree border maker, I did not write down where I cut this one at, so let me take a quick look here. It looks like I cut it at 1 inch. It's 1.25 inches because you would go from the top of the trees. So this one is at 1.25 inches. Make sure I've got my ends secured nicely. And we'll be putting it in a pocket page or page protector. It's still nice to know our border is secure. Here, this is going across the bottom of our page on this side here. And again, just bringing in the tent and the trees that you saw on the other side of our page. All right, so here's the other half of our good old days, and I will bring back in the other page to make sure I get that one lined up because it is a little bit more critical. This is our other half of our 4.5 by 6.5 mat. So 3.25 by 4.5, again, going up into this top area here. 4.25 by 6.25 is going to go right over here. And I have a 4 by 6 mat that has the stick holding up a little sign here. And so for your journaling on this page, probably here, because on our other side, the lines are running vertically through our mat. And so I think it would be better with a photo, or you can put another photo here and journal right here on the yellow part of this page. There's a nice space. I am going to put an embellishment here as well, but you could easily use this for journaling, use this for journaling, however works best for you. Let me get some tape runner going on these. And bring in this other side again, because like I said, this one is one where it's a little more critical to make sure we line up our mats going across through both sides of this page with our these are the good old days. And even though it'll be separate in your album, it's still nice to know that you have that visual line going across that's making things even. There we go. Whew. Getting that E just lined up. All right, this one's going over here. And I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch for this mat from the edge of the page, so you have a little bit of separation between these two. I mean, you will have this in your album, but you also will be able to see a little bit of the blue and the aqua color that's running through our page as well. And then this one at the top as well, and it looks like I went about 1/4 of an inch from the top on the other side, so that's what I'll do on this side as well. We are going to escape to nature by adding a couple of foam squares to this one. And then I found a couple of pine branches to put in behind. Okay. Here's this, and like I said, you can, instead of putting an embellishment or sticker cluster in this area, you can journal here as well. So there's one side that has 2 pine branches coming off of it, and then this other one has 3, and they're both going on, coming out from our Escape to Nature embellishment here. And that kind of just, it adds a little extra definition to what we already have on the page as well. So here's the right side of our page. And there's our 2 pages together. Let me pull back in our sketch so you can see what inspired this one. And with this one, I kind of feel like I flipped it a bit because we have a little bit more photos going around and through our title through the center and border here. And so I just flipped it, put my border at the bottom. And then since we had so much else going on over here, I didn't want to add another border, but work with the page. And then added my photos, my title. I guess that's kind of, so I flipped part of it, but not the rest of it. And there we go. Worked with our design that was on our Fast to Fab page. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, or hit the thumbs up if you like it. Let's make a card as well. One of the things I've been doing with these challenges has been to challenge myself to make a card either based off the sketch as well, or using up some of our scraps from our layout that we just did. I have pulled out one of our blank cards from our card kit. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, a standard A2 card. I took the paper that we had cut our 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 mats from. Usually take off 1.5 inches, and I miscut it, I guess, if you will, but this is going to kind of show a different look to our card to show that we don't always have to have everything symmetrical as well. So I have a 1.5 inch by 5.5 inch piece that we're going to go across the bottom, and I'm still going to use the starry side of this paper. This bottom piece is 1.5 by 4.5. So again, like I said, I just misjudged when I cut somehow, and just going with it. It's okay. We are going to have some white showing behind anyways, and I pulled out this Pontoon Life embellishment. I just thought the coloring worked, and it just seemed to fit with this whole, I don't know, but it just worked for this card, honestly. And I found this party boat sticker as well. So we're going to actually, I'm going to pop up our sticker first, just so that way I can get an idea for placement of my pontoon boat on the card. And again, I know this means you're going to have extra postage, but you know, maybe you're going to be having some fun at the lake on a pontoon and you want to invite some friends to join you. This might be a fun card to send, or maybe you've already gone out and you've taken some photos you want to share with a friend who joined you, and you can send them in a card. So here we go. We'll go ahead and get our tape runner on our pontoon boat, and then I have a bunch of stars we're also going to add. And maybe this also might be one of those big 0 birthday celebrations where you're going to rent a pontoon boat and invite some friends to have a party on a boat, and do it that way as well. So I pulled a couple of our larger stars that I found on our sticker sheet for each side of this white space here. And then also there was a whole bunch of stars around our arrow that we're going to add to our card as well, just to kind of highlight, our arrow. Somehow I managed to go off the top of the card a little bit there. I think it's going to be okay and still fit in our envelope. These little stars are really small. Okay. That's as simple as that. Let me grab my light blocker here a little bit so y'all can see all those little starting to see where I went off the page a little bit. Even I might see if I can lift that one up with my multi-purpose tool. But that is our card. Let's give that a try real quick. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't because there we go, I did get it. I did press down on it. Sometimes you can't get them to maneuver, but okay. Now it's down on the card. I don't have to worry about cutting off the top of it or anything. All right, that is it for our page 80 challenge. And I hope you all liked my interpretation of the sketch and our fun card to go along with it. Until next time.